What's up, guys? Make sure you give me a follow on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Starting to get more active on that platform. Going to have a bunch of Bengals content up for you guys. Tweets, retweets, all the latest news and rumors you need to know. We'll also have all of our videos posted to my Twitter as well. And the bosses said I need to get to 300 followers by the end of the month or else. Or else what? They didn't say, and I really don't want to find out. So help me get there. I think we're at like 260 right now, so we can totally do this. You got my @ right down there at the bottom, StoneShields_ on Twitter. Make sure you give me a follow for all the latest Bengals updates. Houday Nation, what's going on? StoneShields on hand once again for another edition of Bengals Breakdown. Thank you so much for joining us. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about the rookie that nobody is talking about. Obviously, we spent a lot of time on Amarius Mims, right? Bengals first-round draft pick. A lot of hype surrounding Jermaine Burton, right? Even spent some time on Josh Newton as well. Chris Jenkins, the second-round pick. Spent a lot of time on those guys. But there's another rookie that we haven't spent much time at all on, and that's going to be the focus of today's show. So without further ado, remember the name, learn the name, Tanner McLachlan, who the Bengals took in the 6th round of the 2024 NFL Draft with the 194th overall selection, and he is a tight end. Obviously, the Bengals have had some issues at that position over the past couple of years, trying to find that replacement for Hayden Hurst, and quite honestly, just trying to find a long-term guy. They've really been playing musical chairs at that position, ever since C.J. Uzomah really left. So taking a look here at some things we need to know about Tanner McLachlan. He is 25 years old, which makes him one of the oldest rookies in the NFL. Perhaps that's why he fell so far in the draft. That may have scared some people away, but that's not really something that concerns me. It's not like you took him in the 1st or 2nd round. He's a back of the draft type of guy, so that age right there doesn't really concern me at all. Now, he spent 4 years at Southern Utah, which is not a Division I program, and then his final 2 years at Arizona. And it's pretty fascinating. He didn't really get in the game much at Southern Utah, which we'll dive into a little bit later in the show. But his past 2 years at Arizona under Jed Fish, he really has popped off. And if you take a look at his 2023 season specifically, I mean, just outstanding numbers here from McLachlan. And he was able to break a lot of Rob Gronkowski's records, believe it or not. The receptions mark that he was able to get ended up defeating Rob Gronkowski's record as the tight end with the most receptions in Arizona history. So pretty significant stuff from Tanner McLachlan at his last 2 years of college football, which took place at Arizona. Now it's time for the pinned comment of today's show. You guys' chance to get interactive and let us know what you think in the comment section. Will Tanner McLachlan make the Bengals roster? I don't want to lead anybody the wrong way. He is by no means a shoo-in to make the team. We have a lot of tight ends to work with at this point. But let me know what you think. Type Y for yes or N for no to the pinned comment of today's video. If that ad comes here on YouTube, that's fine. Take advantage of it. Get down in the comments and go vote. Let's take a look at what NFL draft analyst Dane Brugler had to say about kind of some of the strengths of Tanner McLachlan leading up to the draft. He said, big, smooth-moving athlete with a basketball background, reliable hands catcher, and naturally adjusts to the ball, regardless of the placement. Plays strong to the football, willing to work middle field routes and take the punishment. Releases well off the line and builds his speed on shallow crossers or seam routes. Comfortable with the ball in his hands and does a nice job with upfield transitions to routinely get a few extra yards, sometimes with hurdles. Ooh, that's exciting. His competitive desire is evident on film and matches what his coaches say about him off the field, and shields well as a pass blocker without being flagged for holding, which obviously is a good thing. So here's some of the numbers here. Like I said, he spent his first part of his college career at Southern Utah, and as you can see here, didn't really play that 2020-2021 range. So that was the COVID year, right? So for Division II football, that kind of got pushed back. So it went into 2021 a little bit, but technically the 2021 season, the year after the COVID year, is when he tore his ACL and missed that entire season. So make sure you understand that. But taking a look at those numbers at Arizona, came in as a walk-on, was able to earn a scholarship relatively quickly, and obviously produced his 2 years there and ended up being an NFL draft pick. Something to monitor NFL Network's Daniel Jeremiah had McLachlan as his tight end 2 in the NFL draft, and that's significant, very significant. Daniel Jeremiah, smart guy. Obviously, Brock Bowers was tight end 1. Jeremiah had McLachlan right behind him, and the Bengals were able to get him in the 6th round. So a little important tidbit there. When you take a look at what the Bengals are working with right now, obviously, I see a lot of guys on one-year deals, right? Bringing in Mike Gesicki, he's going to be the guy. There's no question about that. That's tight end 1 for Cincinnati, Mike Gesicki, most recently with the New England Patriots. Tight end 2, it gets a little bit trickier. I think it's going to be Drew Sample, and I think that's who the Bengals want it to be. But both Sample and Tanner Hudson are under one-year deals, kind of comparing what they were able to do last year. Tanner Hudson was getting called up from the practice squad a lot before he eventually got a roster spot. And I thought he did some good things. I mean, he obviously taking a look at the yards there, 352 yards, certainly was better in the passing game than Drew Sample, but I think Drew Sample's biggest strength is the running game. So it's going to be interesting. I would give the nod to Sample there to be that tight end 2. And then tight end 3 is where you can start thinking about Tanner McLachlan, at least as a rookie. Now, he's going to be competing with Tanner Hudson, probably, assuming that Drew Sample is able to, take that tight end 2 job. But we can't forget about this guy, Eric All, who the Bengals also took in the 2024 NFL Draft, and they got him 2 rounds before Tanner McLachlan in the 4th round. Now, he's coming off an injury. There's a good chance that he's not going to be able to start the season healthy, so that could be an advantage for McLachlan in terms of making the team. Played at Michigan for a while, finished his college career at Iowa, and suffered a pretty nasty knee injury that cost him to miss the remainder of the season. So that's going to be an interesting battle. I would give the nod to McLachlan at this point. Obviously, Eric All is a local guy. People around here really are big fans of him. But, I'm not completely sold on him yet. But you let me know what you think in the comments section. Do me a favor and pick a rookie tight end between the two. Bengals obviously drafted 2 in 2024. Go ahead and pick one for me. Type T for Tanner McLachlan or E for Eric All in the comments section. Speaking of rookies, we'll keep it right here with Amarius Mims, and you can get your Amarius Mims rookie jerseys courtesy of our friends over at Fanatics. I think a lot of us know who he is, right? First-round pick, certainly high expectations for him. That is chatsports.com/Amarius Mims. That link will be in the comments and the description of today's video, so get you some Amarius Mims swag, help welcome him into the Queen City, and get you some Amarius Mims rookie jerseys. Going back to Brugler, this was kind of his overall synopsis of Tanner McLachlan. He said, overall, McLachlan is a good-sized athlete who can shine at the catch point with his strong ball skills, although his development with routes and run blocking will determine his NFL ceiling. He projects as a reserve tight end with a chance to be a long-term contributor. All right, look, I think Tanner McLachlan is going to make this team for Cincinnati. The age really doesn't concern me. He's 25 years old, but he was taken at the end of this draft. He's not somebody, that I'm going to consider like a project guy that's raw or anything like that. No, he's ready to play right now, and he played at a really high level the past 2 years at Arizona. And breaking Gronk's record in terms of the receptions at Arizona, that's significant. I think we all know who Rob Gronkowski is. In my opinion, the greatest tight end to ever play the game. So I think the Bengals really got a good one with Tanner McLachlan here in the 6th round, and I expect him to compete for that tight end 3 job for Cincinnati. They only took 3 tight ends going in to the season last year. I will see if it's 3 or 4 this year, but I think McLachlan makes the team for the Bengals. Before we get out of here, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to our channel if you have not already. Really excited about these watch parties that we have coming up for the Bengals for preseason games and the regular season games. We're going to have a whole lot of fun doing that, so make sure you hit that sub button right now so you do not miss those. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. That's youtube.com/BengalsTV.